Bryce, there was someone, I forget who, said after that game that before Dave even got into the locker room that you and Derek addressed the team and like, let's move on, let's not even talk about it. Why did you think that was important?
Yeah, in this league, you just got to turn the page. Have everything in front of us. We're grateful for the circumstance, for the opportunity. We watched the film. We came back. We grew. But you got to turn the page. It's all about the Bucks this week.
You're even keel, try to stay the same. But given the playoff implications this week, is there a little more? Are you a little excited about this one?
I'm always excited. I'm super grateful for the opportunity. Anytime you get to play football, it's a blessing. And obviously, being able to play for what we're playing for, that means a lot, of course. I'm proud of this group for being here. We're excited for the opportunity. But end of the day, it's football. Right now, it's Tuesday, so Wednesday for our normal schedule. So we're focused on what normal Wednesdays look like. Making sure that we can maximize all that. Coach talks about being process-oriented all the time. So pushing all that to the side, it's just about having the best week we can right now.
Bryce, what did you think about the Falcons beating the Rams?
Focus on the Bucks.
You don't like having a second chance if you don't win that game?
I'm not sure. I didn't know that or know what that is. We want to go 1-0. Again, hypothetical, whatever it is, that's what it is. But we're just focused on trying to go 1-0.
Piggybacking off of that, knowing that if you guys don't win on Saturday, there's still a chance on Sunday. I know you say you're not paying attention to the playoff implications or anything like that, but how do you guys stay hyper-focused and not kind of fall back on we still have a chance even if it doesn't get done on Saturday? How important is it to not even consider that?
Yeah, Coach talks about, he's been talking about for a while, just it being championship opportunities, and we take that to heart. It's nothing that's different for us. Again, we want to go 1-0. We know the importance of it. This is the most important game of the year because the next one. And then, obviously, for us, we take pride in, we know that we can control it. So, we want to go 1-0. That's all that matters. It's easy to focus on that, easy to focus on the process. So, that's what it's all about in the locker room.
Chuba Hubbard hasn't had many touches that anyone anticipated this year. What kind of teammate has he been, and what kind of teammate is he?
Same teammate Chuba's always been. He's such a key. He's one of the heartbeats of this team, of this organization. The way that he works, the way that he carries himself. He's always been one of our leaders since I've gotten here. And he's a great teammate. He has a great relationship with all the guys here. He's someone that you always see in the locker room after practice. After when a lot of people are gone, he's doing. He's playing on the ping pong table with someone. He's having a conversation about something that's not football related with guys. That's just the type of guy he is. He's in the halls talking to people. He's always been a huge part of us as a team, as an organization. He's always been a cornerstone since I've been here. So that hasn't changed.
Is game planning for a team you just played a couple weeks ago easier or harder?
There's pros and cons. There's advantages and disadvantages. We understand the challenge of, we have to flush the 2 weeks ago. Obviously, you watch the film and you learn from it, you grow from it. But, we have a ton of respect for our opponents. There's going to be similarities. There's going to be new wrinkles. They're going to do it's fun getting to play that chess game with a divisional opponent. They have great coaches, great players over there. We know that it's going to take everything for us to go out and try to be successful on Sunday. So, you try to balance both the familiarity and then also knowing there's going to be stuff to react to. And, at the end of the day, like Coach says, it's just about focusing on the process.
You had this similar scenario in college where you played Georgia in the conference game and then again in the Natty. What do you take from that experience in terms of seeing them a second time?
Yeah, big reach. Well, we played division opponents every time. You play a division opponent twice every time. So,
in such proximity as these two.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. That's first time thinking about that one. I don't really focus more on the NFL these days. So, again, we're just trying to go 1-0 this week.
Bryce, you obviously are even killed and stay the same as win or lose, whatever. But how does hope of making the playoffs changed from what you do if you look around the locker room, but the overall demeanor of how guys are approaching this week, where they may be if this game was totally meaningless?
Yeah, honestly, I think that's one of the things I'm so proud about. It's been the same. It's guys that, this whole year, we've just had our head down, wanting to grow, wanting to build, wanting to be the best we can on Sunday. And, it hasn't been this crazy rise in focus because we haven't had this lapse in focus. I'm super proud of that as a team. And, even last year, everyone was still just so dedicated to going 1-0. Coach has done a great job in instilling that in us. It's really cool. Coach talked about in the meeting room, we don't have to go and try to be different this week. We don't have to now have a new approach because there's a meaning behind the game. We've been stressing having championship opportunities for weeks now. So it's just being consistent, continue to build and grow, and have a great week.
You talk about flush. Is it easier to flush a 300-yard game or a 150-yard game?
You're not gonna like the answer, but it's really not any different. Again, good and bad come with sports, and I think that's the maturity you have to have at this level. Coaches challenge us with it, and you really have to take it to heart. Good or bad, you feel like things went well or didn't. You have to flush it the same way. You have to have the same approach. So I've been trying to do that for a while now. So at this point, it's the same.
Who helped you with that process? I mean, is your dad, does it go back to him? Or?
Yeah, that's definitely probably one of the first people, for sure, who when I was younger was just, it's a lot easier. You get to focus on school or whatever when you're a kid, or whatever the next thing is. And then, it builds high school, college. NFL kind of builds the severity of it. It builds the, you get hear it more and more. So, that's probably, my dad was probably the first one to instill it, and then you just get more reps at it as you get older.
One more question. What determines whether or not you wear the visor or not? I don't know if we've asked you that before.
Genuinely, I couldn't even tell you. I try to practice in it if I wear it, so I feel like, I guess how I feel on Wednesdays, there really is no rhyme or reason. I just sometimes wear it, sometimes don't. I like variation, I like switching things up.
Thanks, Bryce.
Appreciate you guys.